Welcome back everyone, I'm the Depressed Eeyore and this is Dark Sun Shattered Lands. Alright, well, as of recording this I've put up one video so far and people have been pretty supportive about it, and I guess some of them are actually happy about how rambly I've been, so I guess that's good, because there's going to be more rambling this episode. Anyway, we're at the point where the arena just keeps spitting out tough enemies, essentially. For the most part, I seem to be getting pretty... It's either I don't remember her. It's either I misremembered how difficult it was, or I just happen to be really prepared, or the enemy groups happen to just be randomly generated in a way that's benefited me. Anyway, so yeah, we're at the point where we just fight tough enemies the entire time, which includes things like Defiler, multiple Defilers, these weird scorpion things that can wreck you, and all sorts of good stuff. So at this point, majority of the characters are level 6 and or 7, except for Ren, who is just short of hitting 6 on as a Preserver. I do want to go ahead and get that level up. Also, there's a little bit of dialogue I think I missed outside with that one guy that we rescued. Well, rescue, I'll put in quotes. Also, I started discarding the leather armors to make room for swords. Also, something I forgot to mention about obsidian and bone weapons. Every time you swing them, there is a tiny chance that they'll break. So the obsidian sword I picked up has broke a while ago, and I've broken like 2 or 3 bone longswords so far, which doesn't really matter since I get tons of them. Also, I was fine with dropping the armor because the armor's worthless, and I was getting so many drops that, so many dead bodies that it just became not really viable to carry around all that junk. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and drop this leather armor while I'm at it. I don't think there's any... I'm going to hold on to the shields. Everything else, yeah, that's fine. So yeah, at this point, the arena's on repeat. Like, you just keep fighting and fighting until either you die or you finally escape. As for the characters, as you can see, I've been leveling up Disintegrates, and it kind of works. Like, if the monster makes their saving throw, it literally does nothing, and it costs 40 side points, but if it succeeds, it is an instant death. And that's pretty much it. So right now, Yugi is still working on her psionics. Right now, her Disintegrate's at 18. Yamame's is currently at 20, I believe. Yep, it is at 20. So pretty much it's like guaranteed it will work almost. Also, Yamame is a level 7 druid, which means she now has access to 4th level magic, which includes Cure Serious Wounds, which is essentially the best healing spell we can get at the moment. And other than that, nothing really too special. Free action's kind of good because it allows you to go through things like Entangle freely. Abjure allows her to dispel Tanari and elementals and slots, essentially things that come from other planes. I've never used it, but it could be I guess it would be considered classified as an instant death for those types of creatures. I don't know how reliable it is though. Poison's an instant death spell as well, but it is based off poison, and most later tier monsters are immune to poison. I don't think there's really anything else that stands out. I don't think I even went over level 3 magics. For the most part, the only things I really use from level 3 magics is Conjure Elemental, and that's usually just to act as bait, because they're very, very weak. They have like 20 HP or something like that. They're very pathetic. But I usually use them just to kind of draw off a little bit of attacks from a monster that I can't reach before it, comes and wrecks me. Prayer's a good spell, but a lot of times I just don't waste the turn to cast it. Beyond that, everything else doesn't really matter too much to me. Over here, we got level 3 magics. Both Ren and Sanae know Fireball. Fireball's kind of like the given. It's a big AoE that does increased damage as you level up, and even if the monster makes a saving throw, the damage is halved. In later tiers, it kind of becomes less useful simply because demons and Tanari and stuff are generally resistant to fire. But for the final battle, it can be kind of useful. Essentially, I just picked it up just to have it level up later. But the big thing here is haste. Haste is stupidly broken in 2nd edition Dungeons & Dragons. It got nerfed in 3rd, I believe, and I think it's still a bit nerfed in 4th or in 5th. Sorry. In 2nd edition, the way haste works is it's an AoE buff, so it can hit multiple people. In the case of this game, it doubles movement and doubles the number of melee attacks you get. In the actual D&D game, the tabletop game, it does double attacks, and that's what makes it so stupidly broken. The caveat, though, is anyone that's affected by haste ages a year. That's how it works in the tabletop game, which really all that did was make elves more popular, since elves live a lot longer than humans, so you can just cast haste all you want. Theoretically, if you're fighting some sort of old man, you can technically kill them by aging them to death with haste, but I've never really seen that happen. But yeah, with this spell in this game, it is practically game breaking as long as you have a group that's essentially built for strength like we are. It literally gives Yamame 10 attacks and 30 movements, and you know the other people will have 24 movement and anywhere from 4 to 8 attacks. It just essentially what I did in the arena is I cast this once at the start of a combat, and then I just kept demanding more fights while the buff was active, and just steamrolled. Like, I would literally just run right in the middle, kill their Defiler, and then just kill everything else that's a threat. It's really, really powerful. When I was a kid, I never cast this spell because I was stupid. I just kept spamming Fireball. Really? Now, I mean, in this game, buffs aren't fantastic, but haste is like it changes the game. I also wasn't really one that uses that many debuffs, but mainly because most things are either immune or their saving throws just keep passing. So, you know, it's a lot of things to keep track of, unfortunately. And this game doesn't really explain how good certain spells are, which isn't really a fault of the game. All 2nd edition games were like this. Baldur's Gate never really gave you any advice about, you know, hey, maybe you shouldn't waste your spell slots on stupid shit. Anyway, so like I said, we're at the point where we either escape or just keep fighting. There's one more fight I would like to do, and as for our options for what we can do, we can either fight our way up through the front gate, or the main gate, or we can fight up there with the help of what's his name, the other head honcho here in the prisoners, or the gladiators, sorry. Or we can go south. Also, our leader icon has changed. I'm gonna go ahead and switch it back. There you go. It switches whenever you cast a spell outside of combat. That's offensive, that is. I'm gonna go ahead and search the ward. Sanae Kochia rummages through the cabinet and finds a message card in the wood. Gareth the scribe was here. Oh yeah, speaking of, let's go ahead and let's get a little bit more water. Let's get some water with that jug again. I don't know if we'll ever use it, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Alright, so what we can do here, also I have like 1500 copper ceramics or whatever they're called. That door leads to the fountain and the head Templar. Only the trustee, the head Templar, and Kurzak have keys. The door is locked. It appears quite sturdy. You smash the door down. Okay. Oh, and one other thing to note. Ren is a thief, which I've mentioned before, and really most of her abilities are not that useful in this game. Since there's no way to actually manually sneak, and so the only other thing she can really do is pick locks. But one other thing she can do that's very notable for thieves in 2nd edition is the ability to backstab. Now in this game, the way backstabbing works is as long as you're on the opposite side of a monster, with, you know, essentially if you're, you know, flanking directly across a monster between you and another party member. And there's some other restrictions, of course, but if you meet those requirements, your character will automatically do backstabs, which the base for backstabbing in 2nd edition is ×2 damage. then eventually it becomes times 3 and times 4. I've done upwards to like high 40s, even maybe low 50s with Rin's attacks with backstabs. It does devastating amounts of damage, and it could be applied to multiple attacks in this particular game. So if you got the time to, if you're in range to attack, you might as well take the time to kind of try to flank around if you can. Anyway, so yeah, we just bashed down this door. The guard tries to yell for help, but the roar of the fountain masks his voice. Alright, so we got a few things. We got some arrows, we got an obsidian sword, we got some armor. We got a bow, and some arrows. And then this here is a star fruit. Now the thing about fruits in this game is, like I mentioned before, this is a desert wasteland, so fruit and things like that is actually rather rare, and in this game, fruit is practically potions. They do various effects. And they're also generally worth a lot of money. Anyway, one thing I didn't notice about Yugi is she didn't have any she only had like base armor. And it looks like her armor just keeps getting broken. I don't know what is up with that. Yeah, her armor just keeps disappearing. I don't know why. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and take this armor then, I guess. Now time is still going while we're here, so eventually they're gonna notice that we're gone and set off the alarm. Anyway, here's 22 wooden arrows, and here's a wooden bow that does 2 times 1d8 damage, so it's definitely a lot better as far as shooting is concerned. You shoot a lot more and you do more damage. Problem of course is you need arrows, and eventually you'll just run out of ammo. And as of right now, I don't know who I would give this to. I kind of want to... Part of me wants to just conserve ammo, but I guess I don't really need to do that. And with haste, it's probably not a big deal. But you know what? We'll just do this. We don't need the... We don't... Well, we'll hold on to the sling just in case, because we have infinite stones. And there we go. That's a fountain. Special. So we can actually go and talk to the Templar down in the bottom left, but we're not going to do any of that. We're just going to go in here real quick and see if there's anything special. Search through the pile of junk, yes. Finds a piece of magic fruit. So we find more fruit. Ren Cambio finds a drawing which depicts an enormous forearm animated statue crushing a group of hapless adventurers. Ren dodges a scorpion bite. Ren finds a pile of dung. And just dung. Ren finds a scrap of paper that says, "Watch out for the..." Don't find anything of interest. Is this still gonna have dung? Nope, doesn't find anything of interest. Alright, cool. Now, I'm a little concerned about setting off the alarm if I go talk to the Templar. The Templar will say, be very, very polite if you go and talk to him in the bottom left. Probably because you outnumber him. But he'll also be like, hey, I'll give you some healing fruits. And those fruits, if you eat them, they're essentially poisonous. So you don't exactly want them. Anyway, I'm down like 2 hit points. But other than that, I'm fine. So I'm going to go ahead and just knock at the door real quick. We're going to go ahead and handle this part here. Take me to the arena. I want to fight. This will automatically zone me in. And there's a couple other things we can do. One thing, as I mentioned before, you can talk to this guy. You can also shoot things at him. If you shoot things at him, it'll mention that there's a barrier around him that protects him from ranged attacks. And the moment you do that, you essentially aggro him and have him call more monsters in. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk to Simeon here. Just like to thank you again for saving me. You're welcome. Such politeness is refreshing. I expect that of a member of the Veiled Alliance. What do you know about the Veiled Alliance? Nothing. That's the trouble. I was turned in because I was looking for the Alliance. Just tell me the name of one contact, anybody. I'm not from the Veiled Alliance. If I didn't know better, I'd believe you. Hot today, isn't it? It was a little cooler before you came out. A slight breeze died out about half an hour ago. I could just take him along and let him die, but whatever. See you around. One thing we can also do is I think we can try to bribe Kurzak with the gem we got, but I don't know if it actually does anything. It could be a red herring. Anyway, once again, expected spectators, you see trained warriors pitted against the horde of creatures which dwell beyond our walls. So as you can see, yeah, the forces get a lot bigger and it's a lot of higher level monsters and things like that. So good times had by all. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and open things up. I've been casting Shield because it actually lasts pretty long in this game, and it really does increase their AC by quite a bit. So with this, they now have -1 AC. If I really want to, I can cast that biofeedback thing, and that will also help with the AC stuff. So yeah, I keep getting leather armor, and she keeps losing it. I don't know why. I don't know if that's just a strength thing or what. Anyway, besides that, there's not really anything else I need, so let's just jump right in. Alright, Ren goes first, but she doesn't know haste yet. We'll hopefully fix that soon. Also, I should have moved her around to do flanking. That was my bad. Can't see what you're attacking, but that's great. Alright. Let's go ahead and get the spellcasting going. Should get everybody. Alright, so Yugi is now hasted. Her movement is 24. And... Alright, that's 3 attacks. 5 attacks, 6 attacks. I was just short of killing him. That's okay. So now I have 30 movement. Let's go have some fun with this, too. Kill you. Kill you. Go ahead and grab that sword. There we go. I paralyzed him, too, but that didn't really matter. Alright, Yamame's right here. We'll just go on down. Oh. He still had attacks left. Alright, let's see if I can get the backstab off. I don't think it'll work on this type of monster, though. And you can use the arrow keys to... Yeah, you can't backstab them. They don't have backs. So yeah, this fight's getting a little sloppy, but I'm really not that concerned. Oh, there's an enemy down here. Okay, Ren leveled up. She actually leveled in 2 classes. Let's pick up Haste. Now, there's another way to learn spells as a Preserver. If you get any scrolls, you can memorize them at the cost of the scroll. Or you can use those scrolls as one-use items. Unfortunately, since we have 2 Preservers, that means they have to kind of split the uses. And I really don't remember where you can get certain scrolls, so I've just been picking up the spells I know I'm going to need. So let's pick up Haste. I'm not going to say anything to the announcer. I think we're good to go. I mean, as much as I would love to go and just keep leveling up, we will get experience as we play the game, so... I'm gonna jump right in here. So yeah, what makes this fight pretty difficult is you notice these guys have bows, and bows actually do pretty good damage, and they can whittle you down pretty quick. Also, the Templars know magic, including things like Lightning Bolt. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and rest up. Okay. So that's our haste worn off. There's not really anything else we can do. Alright, give me one moment. Alright, I was just checking how much time we have. Probably not enough time, but we're gonna go ahead and do this anyway. So let's do this. Hey, Merzal. When are you going to break out of here? Count us in. How do I get out of here? What do we do then? I don't know, we could just kill all the guards and take over, ha ha ha. Brilliant, we'll be slaughtered. Great idea, let's go. Right, we'll meet you there. Alright, let's do this. Summon Kurzak, I want to fight. Good, Kurzak should be here any second. It'll be satisfying to cut open that fat son of a jackal's belly, haha. I'm on my way, slave! You got here fast. Good to see the gladiators so ready to fight. The crowd is waiting. Get moving. What the? It's an escape! Continue. Hiya! Alright, we're just gonna get in position here, and guard. Alright, there we go. That's what we want. Let's cast... Oh, I forgot to cast, like, all my other buffs. That's my bad. This will buff some of them, too. We're gonna go ahead and buff because that's smart. Oh, I actually broke the aggro. Alright, whatever. I mean, haste is still active. So I can do this now. And then do a little bit of biofeedback. Assuming I can pass the power check. There we go. Here I can do another biofeedback, and then for you, let's go ahead and do a bunch of aids. That's probably not the best sentence way to say that, but that's okay. Get a little extra HP. It also gives essentially the same effect as Blessed, so that's +1 to attack. Alright, so while this is active, we should be good to go. Actually, you know what? I will go ahead and cast, I'm gonna go ahead and cast biofeedback with these guys too, because I really don't need Disintegrate right now. Alright. So this is Kurzak, he's level 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, That is a heavy stone pick. Obsidian, and also some a key, which we probably don't need. Obsidian sword, which we probably don't need either. And a pick. I can see everything's aggroing, like everything. Wow, I think I've bugged the system here. So, what is that? That is junk. Grab that. Some swords. Some arrows. That bow. Alright. Has a 500 gold gem. Also, I don't know if that was Leg Crusher or not, but that's fine. Alright, looks like the aggro's staying now. Okay, he is paralyzed. Let's go ahead and step out here. Now is as good a time of any to use Fireball. It missed the giant. Anyway, time for Yugi. Punch 38. Punch 13. 19. Alright, Murzal's coming. One damage. Two damage. Good times. Alright, the giants are definitely going to be an issue. But as you can see, we kind of already wiped out a lot of them, so let's see what we can do from here. Oh, you blocking me. You're blocking me. Good times. You are literally blocking me. That is actually a problem. Well, I could hit everybody, but I'll probably kill a bunch of friends, and I guess I want to be a good guy. Let's take a look at our inventory. Let's where's our bow? Oh wow, we just picked up everything, didn't we? You know what? Let's go ahead and drop the slings. There we go. Alright, with that, let's go ahead and fire away. I wish I can leap, but I can't. Let's, I don't think that actually worked. Oh, there goes him. Dead. 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 Oh my god, he blocked me again. Are you in it? What is wrong with you people? Alright, takes care of you. Can't take any more attacks though. I literally can't do anything now, except attack with range, I guess. Also, it said only melee attacks get doubled, but I'm getting double attacked with range as well. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and go back here. Or sorry, not back here. I'm gonna go check out that... Oh. Yeah, we'll search it. You find a large sack of ceramic pieces. So that was what they're stashing, by the way. Anyway, it looks like these guys are just gonna kind of hang around. So, time for the best part. So right now we actually have... Oh, hello. By the way, our buff is still going. Alright, so let's go ahead and do some fun inventory management, shall we? So what can we get rid of? You know what? We're never going to use shields. Or at least not these shields. This thing is worth literally nothing, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop it too. Obsidian swords are worth more, but I don't know why. This pick is worth less. Bow is... okay. Well, we can grab one more bow. Or try to, anyway. Gem worth 750. That is a shovel. That might be useful. I don't know how, but it might be useful. Alright, let's get in a position where we can actually see this shit. Oh, pardon me. By the way, haste is still going. Alright. Get those arrows going. Unfortunately, they don't stack together for whatever reason. Money, arrows. You have a bow, you have a bow, you have a bow. We don't need bows anymore. We can drop that. Money. Alright, we're just gonna pile these here. Ah, here we go. Brigandine armor. That will be quite the upgrade. So I'll tell you what, I'll drop a big pile of swords for now. Including some of the armors, because we don't actually need those now. So we'll do this. I'm just trying to maximize loot, because I'm stupid. What's up? That's just a leather belt, which we can equip, so. That's junk. Okay. Grab all this, please. Keep misclicking. There's your belt. So this is 2 armor. This is 2 armor. Alright, let's go ahead and give you the Bone Brigandine. We'll drop that. Oh, I did an illegal placement. My bad. There you go, 5 AC. Good for you. And it looks like that shield spell kind of handles all my AC issues, it looks like. Some Star fruit. Gems. More armor. So once again, drop a bunch of these. By the way, this is the slave pen key. I think you actually might need that key to get through the grate at to the sewer. Though I think you could also just force it open. There you go. One thing I also forgot to mention a while ago. Is that spellcasting, if you take damage before your turn, you will not be able to do any spellcasting or manifest powers. It essentially just breaks your concentration. So just something to be aware of. Alright, Alright, everyone's equipped with Obsidian except for, of course, our Thrycrean. I don't know what the different materials do, if anything. But it's probably better than leather. Okay, I think that's everything. Search through it? Yes. Sanae rummages through the cabinet and finds a message carved in the wood. Gareth, the scribe, was here. Don't find anything of interest. Alright, this is a bag. You can actually pick these up, by the way, and that's actually probably something we should consider doing. You know, once I actually clear out my inventory again. Just spreading out the arrows a little bit. So if I go back in here, yeah, I can actually open it like this, which is super handy. Also, there's a chest that we never picked up earlier. We looted it, we just didn't pick it up. So I'm just gonna take all this here. And start storing it. You didn't think, you know, Prison Escape would be all about freaking inventory management, did ya? Alright, so that gets that, so let's search this. Has some money, has some more +3 arrows that are worth a lot. And a helmet. I don't believe it actually does anything. Nope. But it makes me feel better, and that's really all that matters. So these stack, so that's good. Go ahead and get this chest. Alright, so with this thing, we can start stocking up on gems. There we go. That's some inventory management right there. Alright, so we got those. Don't think there's anything important there. Nope. I mean, I could pick up more stuff. If I need to, I can just pick up the friggin' bone swords. Anyway, we're gonna go down here and pick up that chest I didn't grab. There we go. Alright, so yeah. That happened. There's a bunch of bone swords on the ground that we can grab if we need them. And if we go and look at the map real quick, there is nothing left except for the Templar. So we're pretty much in good shape. So we're just gonna run around and loot. See what's in here. Two-handed bone polearm, 1d10 -1. Quarterstaff. A heavy metal axe. Alright, cool. Can you dual wield that? Yes, you can. Good times. Anything else of note? There's also the monster pens. Not a big deal. This pot is filled with grain. It'll be impossible to find anything inside. Found something. So yeah, there was a gem in one of them. Okay, nothing else of note. There's a room there, though. There are exits up there, by the way. There's some water up there if we really need it. Oh. This is a sack of grain. I'll take one. Because I'm a pack rat. So in here we got more. These are +1 arrows. I'm just gonna grab it all. We'll grab that too. Alright, what do we got? More grapes. Put the magic arrows in here, why not? That's a Wall of Fog scroll, which we don't need because everyone already knows it. In here's a wooden shield we don't need. Money that we don't need. Also down there is a room we missed. That's another bag. More money. Oh, there's an item right here that I just almost missed. Rummages through the cabinet, finds a message carved in the wood. Don't trust Pectocle. I should pronounce it. Yes, I'll go ahead and keep searching through it. A pot just fell on me for 0 damage. Alright. Get this real quick. More arrows. Give you a helmet. Alright, good stuff. So kind of went in a circle, not a big deal. So we went that way, let's go this way next. Doesn't look like there's anything special here. Torture rack. The reason why that's interactable is for a reason later on. Yeah. Over here is where you would come in if you had teamed up with Scar. So it buys you a little bit of time before you get overrun by guards. Wardrobe is empty. Grab that bag. Money. Alright. Go ahead and put that there. Fruit with the fruit. We haven't really looked at any of these. Some of these do bless and other effects. That's prayer. That does cure blindness, deafness. I say they're important, but I don't think I really use fruit that much. And you don't get there's not very many that actually heal damage, and most of them don't, you don't get enough of them anyway. So it comes down to this. Let's go say hi to this guy. Pray to any gods you worship, your death has drawn nigh. So he didn't want to have a conversation with us. Our buff wore off, by the way. He's dead. So he's got these things. These are guavas, and they do poison, which is instant death. But they're also worth 100 each, so they're actually pretty useful. And this is the slave bin key. So what you can do, instead of, you know, fight the entire freaking guard, is you can go down here, kill this guy, and get this key. Also, this guy has a lot more than he is letting on. Including Obsidian plus 1 Blood Wrath. Worth quite a bit of money. It is a magic obsidian sword. Definitely very good to have. Because we don't have that many magic items yet. Alright, so I think, okay, you're the one that's still needing armor. If you're wondering when we'll actually find a shop, I don't really remember. I think it's after the sewer, at the very least. Excuse me. Alright. Main hand, offhand. So there you go. There's +1 Blood Wrath, which does extra damage. It's magical, so it helps in practically everything. And as you can see, I have a wide assortment of chests. Money, money, drop. Okay. That's everything. The only thing we didn't do is kill the guys in here. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can find that secret passage. It might be worth experience, even though technically we don't need it. One of these pens. Nope, not this one. There it is. Push the button. 250 experience. Yay! Yeah. I already know about the secret door. Then you can head all the way down here for no reason. I don't think there was a secret path there. Anyway, so that's everything. So let's go ahead and just... I'm gonna grab that water, just in case. I don't think we need it for anything, but I have enough inventory space thanks to all these crates and stuff that we don't really need to worry. Oh. Okay. I have a key. Oh, I guess it's not for that door. Interesting. Rip it open. Okay, fine. Rip it open. Come on. There you go. Go into the sewers? Yes. Escape from the slave pens. Each party receives 5,000 experience points. Yugi gained a level. Hey, you there. You want to pass, you gotta pay. How much you want? Hand over half the chips you're carrying. That should be enough money. I'm not paying you thugs anything. You're not going anywhere without giving us half your money. That's far too much. You want to pass or not, give us the money. let his password die. We'll make an exception for you this time. Atari turns to one of his fellows. Harold, go tell Chur we have visitors. Who is Chur? Nestmaster Chur is our leader, a great and fierce warrior you would do well to respect. What has he done to demand respect? I can't tell you. Chur ordered us not to tell anyone about the High Warren Chief's daughter. Tell me about the girl, Ratman. I can't. Please don't hurt me. Chur will feed me to the slimes if I don't. Tell me about the sewers. The sewers are divided into warrens where the Tario live. You want to talk to Chur? He is the strongest Nestmaster, and the low warren has the bravest warriors. But whatever you do, don't go to the flushing tunnels. What's in the flushing tunnels? Your death, that's what's up there. I don't know much, but Chur sent a group up there once to see if any valuables were in the drains. Only one came back and he died right after. Did the survivor say anything? He said one of the pools to the northeast emptied and zombies filed out of the grate. They captured everyone but him. Where are the flushing tunnels? The flushing tunnels are far to the north. What about the other warrens? All the weak Atari live in the high warrens. They are selfish, cowardly lot. I have things I must do now. Goodbye. And here we are. So the exit, if you want to go back, is up in this grate here. If you go back to the prison, it might be time-based or whatever, or progress-based, but essentially, if you go back, they will have a party waiting for you, and everyone will be invited, so be aware of that. So as you can see, got quite a bit here. Definitely made quite a bit of progress finally. As you can see, there's the map. We're in the bottom right. I believe the flushing thing is up here, maybe? I don't know. There's a red slot up there. And yeah, there's a few various warrens, and there's an exit that we need to get to, which is right here in the kind of in the top right a little bit. And yeah, there's going to be some matters involving the clans here if you want to mess with them. There's also, I guess, an optional side trek as well. I believe it's optional. I'm pretty sure I skipped over it once. But anyway, at this point, there's not much else to go over, so I think I'll go ahead and call this a video. Sorry for it being a bit long and a lot of inventory management, but that's just the way it is sometimes. So I am The Depressed Eeyore, and this was Dark Sun Shattered Lands. See you guys later.